So, hello everybody, I took a 15-minute break from recording and we will now uptie the La Machalan, manager of La Machalan.
허황되고 유치한 꿈은 즐거우셨습니까? 이제 깨어날 시간입니다.
I actually do this for the money,
신이
no
외면하고
joke,
떠넘겼던 모든 책임을 다하기
in which I
위해서요.
am actually afraid because maybe I don't have any more money to uptie the ego solemn limit. What are you thinking, father? Oh, this is the barber, yeah. Ah, I think that's just What are you thinking now at this precise moment? As the family who once loved you impales you, once love us in return with these brutal stakes. Stab him now. Know that you were the one who wronged us. You abandoned us, all of us. You abandoned the whole family. What are you thinking, father? What are your thoughts swirling in your mind as the outpouring of curses and condemnation, stained by both wrath and hatred, strike your ears? I don't think this is how she sounds. Rouse yourself from the dream of water. The reply you gave me was silent. Was it fury against us that had your lips sealed? Your sealed lips? No, it was not. For you merely cast down your gaze at a stuck sinner does out of guilt, like a felon who has no words left to say their defense. What happened to us? Where did this all begin? Both are question and answer in plain sight. The day the stranger knocked forcefully upon our gates. The day when father's eyes begin to twinkle with interest. The day when, during one family gathering, we collectively agreed that we would help our beloved father achieve his dream as the night's tales of adventures began to pull him in. Excuse me. Every little change brought on by a new day has shaped and molded the bed of his penultimate moment. You built this insurmountable wall of disconnect between yourself and the rest of us. The responsibility is yours and yours alone. You abandoned us. I can hear the echoes of father's jovial laughter all the way from here, at the end of this hallway. Next to father stood the knight with the white of the white moon, having taken my place. I hide behind the pillar, peering at the pair. I recall the words of my father. I recall the words that used to impale my heart like a stake. I am no longer in need of your company. Please divert your care to La Machaland and the rest of the family. Look after them. Your language was plain, not a singular pretense, deception, or intentional embellishment veiled those words. Your words, shared casually over a breakfast table one morning, were as gentle and affectionate as every other word. So I wish to have faith that father sent me away because he cared for me, a tale of which blood fiends are no longer bound by their yearning for blood, a tale in which Clement, selfless hero, protects all, a tale in which human and blood fiends coexist, smiles abound in paradise, a tale in which we must embrace the dream to seek and reclaim our lost morrows. He must have sent me away because I clearly did not show an iota of interest in these laughably absurd tales, because he valued my time. This is the twice I read the word iota. Yes, it had to be a decision he made in his love for the family, despite the night's silver tongue infecting his mind. That was the fate I hoped to instill within myself. Yet, as I peered from behind the pillar as they bantered. I could not perish the thought that I was simply making excuses for him. The little chuckle peppered in between light-hearted chatter, both of them whirling happily inside a little world of their own. Do you truly find the tales regaled by the human that riveting? Mother was dreaming a new dream, having discarded the old dream that he had imbued in us, as he had saved us from the gutters. I cannot imagine the euphoria brought upon by your newfound dream, father. But for me, no, for us, our family, it was nothing more than a culmination of our worst nightmares. How much longer can our sanity endure in this exitless nightmare? I accidentally press it. Ah, I see it still, a pass in the darkness of my eyelids, a vision of the past I have lived not so long ago. Memories of my own family members who have gone mad from long suppressed instinct. I remember the day Father deemed their sin unforgivable, their sin seeking happiness as blood fiends should, by bringing harm to humans. In my hand that wielded the lance, which was commanded by Father's orders, lingered a foreign and unfamiliar sensation. My very own thoughts then are alien to me. How? How did I feel as I buried their living bodies in the earth? How did I feel as I so mercilessly tore through their skulls? I opened my eyes and looked at my hand. Sudden in sweat, I wiped them dry. Then my gaze focuses on the priest's area, still lit so bright at such a late hour. Our father's dream isn't what sustains our family now. It's the priest's desperate words of consolation in the face of endless pain. All still echoes with father's and the night's laughter. Now, more than ever, I feel an intense hatred for that noise. I feel my own feet. I felt my own feet moving on their own toward the confessional as though they were possessed. How did the consultation go? Well, it's no different from usual. All at our peace, tranquil, as they always are, and all that are. You lie. Do you take me for such a fool that I would fail to pick up on what is really happening? Splatters of blood marred in this room. His back was rough and torn with flesh wound. There was a whip on his desk, surrounded by dozens of uneaten hemobars. I knew there was something to fester within all of us, but it affected the priest the most severely, for he stood alone before the flood, taking the outpouring pain, suffering, and hatred of the family in our father's stead, rotting inside more than anyone else. Cancel some of your consultation appointments, but send them to me instead. I will lend an ear to their troubles. You will, at this rate, taking this responsibility alone will break you before long, before anyone else. His eyes wavered on me with a look of unmistakable distrust. Please, do not take, do not hesitate to ask me for assistance should any question or difficulty arise. But he did not refuse my help. What words would have been said to alleviate such an absence of exchange? I stood there for what felt like an eternity, trying to come up with something to talk, but there was nothing. When I turned to leave, Gregor called to me in a peculiar tone. That reminds me. I heard through the grapevine that father was preferring to leave on an adventure. Yes, all on his own. I once again see it. Ah, it was so perfect, bro. Yes, all on his own too. Once again, seems that the human is responsible for this. I hear that this adventure will be a quest for a legendary helm. The sheer idea of it, I can hardly wait. You, what do you know of that adventure? The priest is acting overtly secretive. I look straight into his nervously wandering eyes and ask him in an interrogative tone. We weren't that close, but I knew him well enough to ask him what he really meant. A plan, you say? I don't know if it is wise of me to share such things with you. But yes, Lady Rodion is the one masterminding this plan. Oh shit. Well, I suppose there's no harm in sharing this with you now. How could I ever imagine such despicable plot of filial impiety? So horrible that anyone hearing could have been intensely hated the idea. It's all for the happiness of the family. Was shared to me by none other than the priest. My instincts are screaming at me immediately to take this matter to father. The confessional, it alone a sight of madness manifest, cuts through the heart, cuts through my heart. When the priest succumbed to madness, it's only a matter of time. Another blood fiend will have to sit in the small room alone to shoulder the burden of the anxiety of the entire family. It need not to be said what it need not to be said the same fate awaits for those who shall take his place. And when, one by one, more and more family loses the grip of their insanity, I should again made to bury my own family with my blood. Will my hands be once again forced to crush their skulls? Is this the true horrid future our father dreamt of? No, it cannot be. Father was changed by the twist and twisted by the silver-tongued wiles of a night. Wiles, I don't know. Even if the family had promised to withstand the thirst and that had promised that them together crumbles, our responsible father still seeks to go on an adventure in such blithe display of naivete. How should I pronounce that? Naivete. Is it naivety? This alone is proof enough. She conspires a sin of filial impiety. Ah, no, she conspires a sin of filial impiety, an unthinkable transgression. But I must hear her out first. Lady Rodion is currently in the process of wrapping up the last parade of the day. I knew where I had to put an end to this chaos, to the parade area where my only sister resides. Oh my god, this is very long story, isn't it? Oh, your eyes. I cannot do it. I might just read it. You already know everything, don't you? Was it the priest who let you into this? An elaborate parade, surrounded procession. Cat are humans, laughing and clapping. Oh my god. The eyes hold no trace of fear or once instilled in the eyes saw polite innocence, affability, at worst. Boobs, I'm sorry. Even the hunters once who hated us. Enough to the point where we would willingly throw their lives away in a single makes an exception for us. Our sacrifice was all it took to perpetuate this idyllic. Idyllic. Now, how should I read this? I must search it because it's better to search it. How do I write it? Idyllic. Idyllic. It's idyllic reality. Yes, our sacrifice, our only sacrifice. Others' ridiculously juvenile dream is becoming real. They're starting to acknowledge it. You mean the dream of our every waking moment a nightmare? Ah, I guess it is my fault to expect you to change at all. You always agreed with father no matter. Do as you will. What meaning is there to happiness if if we are all excluded from its blessings? I know the answers now. Happiness that our father saw in his ideals is meaningless to us. What glory it is to be gazing upon the happiness of humans if we stand on our ground in which our family lies buried, made our corpse by our own hands to free them from their madness. What? I said, go ahead, do it. At my confident reply, an odd light begins to shimmer in my sister's eyes. The eyes that had completely lost the resemblance of light. The eyes that had seen too much fatigue to glimmer anymore. Ooh, look at them. But it's infernal empathy. I thought you'd be more opposed to this. Nope. Fathers who abandoned us. And that plan comes from none other than you, who have looked into our family while our father is absent was chasing in his hollow dream. Focus on the plan. Leave it to me. Take care of the family in the meantime. I thought you were so disinterested in everything happening before your eyes. I kinda like the new you. Go to the barber. Oh my god. Ah, the child and the architect. And then we have to go somewhere again. Yep, Sancho is in. Lady Sancho. Alright, I forgot Sancho is a woman. Part in our plan. Very well, Your Grace. You do such game. I will stop reading now. Dress. Nice. Excuse was too long for me to read. It's like about 20 minutes now. And I have to do the Heathcliff one. Oh my god. Hey, money. Oh no, that was correct. Identity archive. Is there like same as this? Nope, it's the same. Ah, it's really just him. Should I do this first and then yeah, let's try. Excuse me. So yeah, basically he forgets who did it for, because the person who he did it for no longer exists. Let me see the claimer. Okay, it did not show, but actually he actually, yeah, he will say the name, but I don't know if they will remove. And would you look at that, boy? Here we go again. Anyway, that is all for here. I will hope to see you. I almost make a Markiplier outro. Bye bye.